Today, on Many Notable Things, we dig into how Patwa travels through music, film, schoolrooms, and screens, so globally that even foreign taught classes and big budget movies are catching on. First, let's tune into the music scene worldwide. Events like Reggae Sumfest and Rebel Salute in Jamaica aren't just concerts, they're cultural anchors. Sumfest draws tens of thousands annually to Montego Bay, and artists like Spice, Popcorn, and Vibes Cartel keep Patwa alive and amplified. But Jamaican culture travels. Take, for example, Summer Jam, which is held at Fullingen Lake in Cologne, Germany, with at least 25 to 30,000 attendees. Every July, this European reggae festival features reggae and dancehall acts that perform in Patwa. The Jamaican reggae and dancehall artists featured this year include Janine, Etana, Morgan Heritage, Junior Kelly, Mortimer, Third World, Kumar Fire, Shensia, Beanie Man, TJ, and Vibes Cartel. Another example is Goa Sunsplash in India. Held every January along the coast, it is considered the biggest celebration of reggae and sound system culture in South Asia, featuring multiple genres from reggae culture including dub, ska, and dancehall. We can also talk about artists in Nigeria and America. Afrobeats artists often use Jamaican phrases. American and Canadian rappers sample our cadence. And when Rihanna say, work, 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 you know where that's coming from. So, through these events, Patwa doesn't just get heard. It gets danced to, celebrated, and sometimes sampled in local languages. Ultimately, there is no reggae or dancehall without Patwa. None. Bob Marley didn't say, "I hope we get along." He said, "One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright." That feel alright hit different, right? Talk of cultural respect, it's home hard with Bob Marley, One Love. This 2024 biopic was crafted with siblings Ziggy and Cedella Marley to retain cultural integrity. For one, it was filmed in Trench Town. 2, the cast was 98% Jamaicans. And 3, it featured full Patwa dialogue with no subtitles. In an interview with the Coalition Entertainment, director Reynaldo Marcos Green shared that he wanted to create a sense of authenticity and immersion by not relying on subtitles. The aim was to allow viewers to understand the story from context and emotion. Dr. Joseph Farquharson, a Jamaican linguist and lecturer in the Jamaican language unit at the UWI Mona campus, was hired to ensure authenticity, and even said, "It's like learning French." And that's because Patwa isn't just an accent, it's a full dialect. Additionally, in an interview with The Guardian, Farquharson's primary motivation for consulting on the film was so as to avoid another Cool Runnings. Oh, the shade Cool Runnings have received over the years. Although a light-hearted film with good intentions, the Cool Runnings film has long been criticized for its inauthentic representation of the Jamaican Creole. The Patwa portrayal was, for want of a better word, cringy. As it regards the One Love movie, I personally thought Kingsley Ben-Adir and Lashana Lynch did a fantastic job portraying Bob and Rita Marley. But here's a little full circle moment I didn't see coming. Long before I even knew the One Love film was being released, I randomly met Kwanda Jai, the young actor who played Bob as a boy. It happened one evening at AC Hotel. My friend and I had decided to sit in the available lounge chair on the outdoor patio. Turns out, right across from us were Kwanda Jai and his cousin. We had no idea who we were sitting near. There was no star vibes, no entourage, just good energy. A little small talk turned into a full-blown reasoning session. We were talking about music, lyrics in songs, Sean Paul, Shensia, etc. And somehow the topic of Bob Marley Beach came up. I mentioned that I had seen some signs about filming happening near Bob Marley Beach, and that's when it came up that he'd be in the film as young Bob. So that was interesting. Small world, right? Fast forward to the film's release. I waited a couple weeks after the premiere and caught it at Palace Cineplex. The crowd was small, intimate, the kind where you could really feel the energy in the room. We laughed in all the right places, and I'm pretty sure a few folks teared up too. By the way, did y'all see and hear that slap Rita gave Bob? Wow. My ears still are ring. That wasn't just acting. That was a full-blown cultural moment. Also, I'm sure I heard a certain colorful Jamaican bad word uttered here and there. Question: Wanna think him did deserve the box there? All I know is I don't support violence, but I was very proud of that Rita moment. There was this quiet pride hanging in the air, like everyone felt seen. And honestly, the production, the direction, the acting, if I do say so myself, sell off. It was a beautiful thing to witness. Also, great job, Kwandajai. You did young Bob justice. The takeaway is this: Patwa isn't a gimmick. So much thought went into pronouncing Medea right that it raised the bar for Caribbean language representation in global cinema. Across the globe, educators are waking up to Patwa as more than slang. In Jamaica, the University of the West Indies, along with other institutions, has been piloting bilingual education programs where children are first taught in Patwa, then transitioned into English. It's part of a global, evidence-based approach backed by UNESCO called Mother Language Education. Dr. Joseph Farquharson actually spoke about this on a 2022 episode of Smile Jamaica with Simone Clark-Coco. One of the key benefits, it makes learning more inclusive and effective, especially for students whose first language isn't standard English. In fact, during the bilingual education pilot that ran from 2004 to 2008 in several Jamaican schools, students became more engaged and their academic performance improved. So when we talk about validating Patwa, we're also talking about transforming education and who gets to succeed in that space. In diasporic pockets, places like Toronto, London, and Miami, community schools offer Jamaican Creole classes alongside cultural programming. These aren't just fun modules. They're tied to sociolinguistic research showing that learning in one's mother tongue boosts comprehension and confidence, linking youth to heritage and identity. On social platforms, Patwa thrives. Dancehall influencers drop Wine Up, Big Up, and Medea, giving followers global slang with distinct Jamaican flavor. But there's complexity too. appreciation and appropriation come fast. Non-Jamaicans using Patwa without context get called out. Sociologically, this is cultural diffusion, but also gatekeeping. Communities push back to protect nuance. It's a negotiation. Patwa is global, but its meaning comes from Jamaican lived experience. So, why does Patwa spread? Let's unpack it. 1. Cultural globalization. Ideas and language spread faster than ever. Diasporas maintain ties. Streaming makes Patwa accessible. Festivals embed it globally. There's also the concept of glocalization. Jamaican Patwa adapts to local contexts. Indian producers at Goa Sunsplash, European DJs remixing dancehall rhythms. Symbolic identity also comes to mind as another sociological concept. Using Patwa is more than aesthetic. It's identity. Fans align themselves with Jamaican resistance, creativity, swagger. Basically, this linguistic travel shapes how listeners, creators, and speakers see themselves and us. When I see Patwa in a TikTok trend or hear a New York rapper drop me or fe on a track, it's two things. First, pride. It means Jamaica's voice matters. We're influencing narrative. Second, pause, because influence without credit is colonial dynamics in new clothes. If our music, language, and culture go global, but our people don't benefit or get respected, that's not empowerment. It's extraction. So, I cheer when Patwa gets attention. But I'll talk real about who pays, who profits, and who owns the story. Patwa is no longer just our mother tongue. It's a global accent. Whether it's behind a mic at Sumfest, on a Netflix screen in Trenchtown, in a classroom, or in your Instagram feed, Patwa travels with purpose. But it's up to us to ensure that our language isn't reduced to a hashtag or a novelty. Next episode, we'll close the series by exploring food, family, and everyday rituals. Basically, how the ordinary becomes extraordinary through Patwa. Until then, walk good and big up yourself.